Hello YouTube, how are you doing? And welcome to a new type of video that I want to try out where we go over a certain topic in Phasmophobia and we just discuss it together. In this case, I wanted to tackle the achievements, which Phasmophobia as it stands does not have any achievements, but I think this is something that will definitely be added in the future, and I just wanted to think with you guys and share some of my ideas what could be cool achievements in Phasmophobia, because I think achievements actually have a lot of power. I've played a lot of games with really smart and cool achievements where the achievements itself make you explore the game and play the game in different ways and creative ways, and I think that that is something that Phasmophobia can definitely do, because there's so much to this seemingly simple game. There's so much like depth and so many different things you can experience, and I wanted to achievements to reflect this and to give the player, if they just look at the achievements list, like, oh, I can do this, oh, these are all kind of different ways to play the game. And I think that is a really cool thing that achievements can do. So I wanted to share you my ideas. You can see them here on the screen. I have categorized them in different categories. I wanted to start with the best ones that I think give you a completely new experience or make you figure out something, discover something new when you try them out. So let's just go over them. The first two, ghost related. I think that taking a phantom photo during a hunt is something that is really difficult to do, but it is really cool to at least do once, to try once. You'll see how hard it is, and you'll really recognize the difference between normal blinking and phantom blinking, because I, as a player with a lot of hours, can kind of take reliable photos during a hunt, like maybe 50%, maybe a little bit over 50% accuracy most of the time. But if you have a phantom, that accuracy goes down to like 10%. It's super, super difficult to take a photo of a phantom during a hunt, which is why I think it is a perfect candidate for an achievement. And these are the kind of things that I want to go for. Things that make you do something creative, do something new that you wouldn't normally try, because it's just not... you wouldn't really get anything out of this because you waste a lot of photos doing it. And then the second one, which is smudge a revenant during a hunt, I think that is also something that will really get your adrenaline going and really push you to do something uncomfortable and creative that will make you feel achieved when you do get it. So I don't know if you have to survive if that is a requirement for this, but just doing it in general is a pretty cool thing, and at least you can say, hey, I got the achievement, I did it, you know, because otherwise it doesn't really... Why would you do it, ever? There's no real reason to do it. Other things here are something like take a giggle photo. This, first of all, seeing this achievement on the list will make the player confused, like, what does this mean? What is a giggle photo? And then they might experience a giggle. Maybe you can have hidden achievements as well, so this could be something that there could be some of these that you hide because you don't want to, like, prime the player into looking out for these things. You want them to be surprises when they happen the first time, because the first time you hear a giggle, it is terrifying, and I think that you would take away some of that magic if you have an achievements list like this. But, okay, take a giggle photo. Many people might not know that is a thing. That is, in fact, a thing. You can take a photo when a stuffed animal giggles. You can take a giggle photo, which will give you an interaction. Next one. Get hunted within the first minute of a match. Many people... like, this is something that banshees tend to do, where they sometimes just immediately hunt you when you get into a game, which is something that everyone should experience at least once. Now, this seems that you have to wait until you get a banshee to do this, but you could also do this yourself. You could find the board really quickly, drop your sanity to 0, and then force the game to hunt you, or force the ghost to hunt you super early. So it's not something that's out of your control. I think that's generally a good idea with achievements. There's some achievements in here that are completely out of the player's control to influence, but I still think they are cool. You can argue if you want that or not. And also, I would be really curious to hear what you guys think as achievements. But yeah, next one. Take 10 perfect footstep photos during one game. I just find this hilarious. You could replace this with fingerprints, and then you can also get the perfect game, but I just found footsteps really funny. I don't know. So that's something I wanted to put on there. Next one. Next two. These are like different ways to play the game that you see me do sometimes, like these challenges, but I think that including those in the achievements would actually push players to learn more about the game and play the game in a creative way, which is play a game without using any of the evidence tools. Basically, an achievement to do a no evidence run. Can you get the ghost with secondary evidence? Now, of course, You're gonna say you can just guess the ghost? Yes. That's a problem with some of these, where you could just guess the ghost immediately and just leave, and then you completely bypass the, for example, the next one, play a game without using a flashlight and candle. If you just keep loading in a game and guessing until you get this, then yeah, you can cheese the achievements. Maybe you could do something against that. Does it really matter? Because achievements, ultimately, you could just... People always hack achievements. There's literally so many people on Steam that just download tools to hack their achievements, which is super stupid because it completely devalues getting the achievements in the first place. It is an achievement. It is something you feel proud of doing. So I think that this is not really an issue that you can bypass it. I think this is still cool to prime the player to try something new. Then other things, game events that the ghost can do. Witness a poltergeist ability. If you've never seen a poltergeist, the next time you get a poltergeist, I challenge you to place all the candles you have in the room and just wait. If the poltergeist decides to use its ability, it will literally throw all of the candles at once. It is crazy. I've experienced it. It is really cool to see. And I think it is something that everyone should at least, every Phasmo connoisseur should at least see that once. Then we have find a mannequin after it teleports. I think these are better as hidden achievements. Find something that, like a message that makes a joke about what just happened, something like that. Find a mannequin after it teleports. Really creepy event, but if you include this in the achievements list out in the open, then it will prime the player into looking out for this, which I think is less effective, because the first time I figured this out, I was mortified. That this is the thing that happens. And then we have find a stuffed animal after it teleports. I think that could also be better as hidden achievements, but I guess you could say, what is the point of hidden achievements? I just think that it's still something cool to get something for once you figure it out. Like, the game recognizes, hey, you found something cool. Now, how would you detect this happening? I guess you could do all kinds of smart things where if the player is looking at it and it is in the vision cone of the player, something, I don't know. Just, these are just ideas. It's not necessarily concerned with how easy it is to implement these things. It is more just what I would consider, if you have all these achievements, you have, in my opinion, experienced Phasmophobia. Most of the cool things that it has to offer. And this is also a tip for you guys. If you see something on here that you have never done, then you could challenge yourself to do it. And then you have gotten one of my Insym achievements, in my eyes at least. I think this is sort of a kind of a checklist of, have I done a lot of cool things that you can do in this game? And if you miss some cool things on there, please let me know in the comments. I would love to talk about it. Okay, so these teleports, and then the last one, in my opinion, finish a perfect game. What is a perfect game? This would need some information, but perfect game is Solo Asylum, where you get 40 photo reward. Now with the patch where you have photo quality, I think this is very achievable. It just requires you to do a Solo Asylum and also look around the entire building for the bone, and sometimes even the board if you need that and you don't have a fingerprints ghost. So I think this is like a thing that if you want to be the ultimate Phasmo gamer, you want to have finished a perfect game. I have a perfect game on YouTube, but I even have a perfect game against the hallway ghost. I wouldn't make that an achievement, but maybe an achievement to find a hallway ghost and to win. Actually, that could be on here. I didn't put that on here, but yeah, these are like the main achievements for, have you done a bunch of cool things? There's definitely some things I'm missing. I was just sitting down and trying to think of as many things as I could think of, but if you miss something here, please let me know. Now let's go over to the basic ones. It's just some filler achievements, like play all maps, teams, or in team and in a solo setting, play them all in professional, play them all in intermediate, stuff like that. Just the things to get like player progression. Play all games on amateur, play all maps on amateur, play all maps on intermediate, stuff like that, where you just push people to push themselves in steps, so you don't just only have an achievement for professional, because that would not really have a normal progression system. And then find the board on each map, just something to fill, because it is possible. Smudge a ghost during a hunt, which is basically a simple version of the Rev 1. Take a photo of a ghost during a hunt, which is a simple photo of the Phantom, simple version of the Phantom 1, but still something you want to... This like kind of builds on, because Phantom is the ultimate photo during a hunt, whereas this is something you actually kind of want to do, which you see me do often during videos, take photos of ghosts during a hunt, because it's really a good way to get a ghost photo if the ghost just doesn't want to do a ghost event. And then this is basically, the bottom one is basically a simple version of the finish a perfect game, which is get a 40 photo reward, which can just be on any map. which is much easier to get this on Tanglewood than to get it on Asylum. And then other things that I think could be cool, but maybe you won't agree with personally. I wanted to just brainstorm and think of what kind of crazy things or what kind of special things can you kind of prime the player to do, to try. This one, speed run, finish a quest in 5 minutes, maybe all objectives even. I think this might be a little bit too short of a time, and you would have to do Tanglewood basically, but something to make the player do a speed run, I think could be cool, to just to do it once. Of course, again, you could just leave and guess the ghost, but I don't think that's a problem in the greater scheme of things. Then never drop your sanity below 90%. Basically a safety, a baby mode, because this is also something you can just easily do. Where you just hold a candle or something, for example, and just never drop your sanity. I guess it would be hard because of ghost events can sometimes just tank your sanity really fast if you have an active ghost, but I guess you would fail this one. It doesn't really, I think this is just something interesting. Beat a game without turning on a breaker, something that you can do similar to no flashlight candle, but slightly less impactful. And then something like Michael Jackson or like Thomas or David Davis, some John Johnson, these weird names you can get. You could have an achievement for that. However, this is something that the player can never influence. So I guess I don't know if this would be a good achievement. It's just something that, in my opinion, is like also a part of the game where you want to have these, at least experience one of them. In my time, I've only seen one Thomas, one John Johnson. So these are pretty rare. I've seen 3 Michael Jacksons though, but I think especially the Michael Jackson one is just really cool because everyone knows Michael Jackson, and if you encounter that ghost, it's like, whoa, it is the Michael Jackson ghost, and there's just a lot of jokes you can make from there. So I think this could be cool. And then you have just basic, I guess this would be more basic, have a ghost interact with the TV. This is actually something that I recently found, that you can just bring the remote to the ghost room and the ghost can turn on the TV from any room in the house if it interacts with the remote. You can interact with the car, the phone, the piano, microwave. Just you can give achievements for maybe taking the photos of these things. I don't know. But yeah, I think, in my opinion, achievements can have a really powerful, take something like, I don't know if you know this game, but like Crusader Kings or any Paradox title, they have hundreds of achievements, which are very specific things that prime the player into trying something new, trying to be creative, basically the achievements in itself create replayability. And I think that is a really powerful tool for a game like Phasmophobia, where there is so much to do, where you can do so many different things, and that there's not, some of these things don't have any value on their own, don't have any value on their own. And I think that adding that achievement to it creates this like extrinsic motivation that makes it, that pushes players to do it, to try these things that will then make you feel fulfilled that you did them, and they will also make you experience more of the game. So I think this is a really cool idea. Obviously, I didn't cover all of the ideas. Let me know what you think could be cool achievements in this game. Let's make this video, or the comment section of this video, just a brainstorm tank that maybe DK can visit at one point and add some of the achievements we come up with. Who knows? It's always cool to see things that we come up with or that we find get into the game, and I think we have a good chance. So let me know what you think. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And let me know what you think of these kind of videos. These are not scripted. I set this up, obviously, and I prepare something, but I wanted to talk more about things in the game, because I really, really love Phasmophobia. I think it is a masterpiece of a idea and game in itself, and it is getting so much attention from the developer. It is going in such a good direction, and I think that this could be such a beautiful cult classic, not even cult classic, just a classic game that everyone will have played at one point, and I am really excited for it. And I think that we have a very unique chance to shape part of the game with our idea. So let me know what you think. Let me know what other topics you want to see me cover in videos like this, and I'll see you in the next video. I love you guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.